Good morning, class. This is our social studies period and we are on chapter 10, that is weather and climate. Now children, we all are clear with weather. What is weather? Weather is a combination of temperature, air pressure, humidity, wind and rain. Yes, rainfall. So when these things combine together, or they form weather. Sometimes temperature is high, sometimes temperature is low, sometimes it's a cloudy day, sometimes it's rainy day, windy day. So these are the different words that help us to understand weather. And when this weather conditions remain same for a long time, at least for 30 years or more than 30 years, then it is a climate. Yes children, now we will see what are the factors that affect the climate of a place. What are the factors that affect the climate of a place? Let's start with distance from the equator. Let's start from the distance from the equator. Now children, see this figure. See this figure. What you can see here? What is this circle, children? This circle is representing globe. That is, this circle is representing earth. And what is this? This is sun. So how distance from the equator affects the climate, we will understand here. Now children, see, can you see these three lines? 1, 2, 3, the straight three lines. These are the rays of sun which is falling directly on the place near the equator, which is falling directly or vertically or straight on the places near the equator. What are the places near the equator? Place between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Yes children, I am repeating again, the place between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is known as what? Torrid zone. And this torrid zone is hot and humid. Hot and humid. Why the place between Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn, or we can say a place near the equator, is hot and humid? Because here earth gets direct heat and light. Is it clear? But when we move towards pole, either north pole, either south pole. Now children, see this line. Can you see this line? This slanting line? This is again sun rays. Can you see? Now distance is increased both the side. When the distance is increased both the side, then the intensity of heat also becomes less. Intensity of heat also becomes less. That means this area, this and this area between Tropic of Capricorn or Antarctic zone, they are quite cold. They are quite cold. Area near poles are quite cold because they don't get direct heat and the intensity of heat is less. As a result, places near poles are quite cold. This much is clear, children? You must remember what is equator. Yes, children, equator is the longest latitude that divides earth into two equal halves, that is northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So this equator is in the middle of the earth. It is dividing earth into two equal halves. That means equator is the center of the earth, and the center of the earth is getting direct heat, straight heat. That is why, children, these places are hot and humid. Yes, and the places near the poles are getting less heat. That is why they are cold in comparison to places near equator. This much is clear. Now let's see what is the second factor, altitude. What is altitude, children? Height. Always remember, when we talk about altitude, we talk about height. Yes, children. When we talk about altitude, we talk about height. Is it clear, children? So, how we measure the height of the land? How we measure the altitude of land? Tell me, children. We always measure height of the land or the altitude of the land from the sea level. From the sea level. Why so? Because sea is the lowest level of the earth. Sea is the lowest level, or you can say in a simple language, sea is the lowest part of the earth. Okay, but correct English is sea is the lowest level of the earth. That is why height of land is always measured from sea. Now see, children, here. From sea level we measure the height of land. Okay. And when the height of land goes more than 600, then it comes in hills category. And when this height goes above the 900 meter, then it comes in mountains category. Okay, children, now this much is clear. I am repeating again. Altitude means height. Altitude means height. Height of land, level of land. And we always measure altitude from the sea level. Why? Because sea is the lowest level of the earth. Yes, children. And one more thing, children. As we go high, at higher places, as we move to height, as we move to higher places or at height, temperature goes down. Children, temperature goes down on every 153 meter. I am repeating again, children. On every 153 meter, temperature go minus 1 degree. Okay. For example, suppose at this level, this is 153 meter. At this level, temperature is, for example, 27 degrees Celsius. And when you move to another 153 meter, then temperature will be temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius. Why? Because on every 153 meter, temperature goes down by 1 degree Celsius. I am repeating again, children. Suppose on this level, this is 153 degrees Celsius. On this level, the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. When we move another 153 meters on the height, on a higher side, then temperature will minus 1 degree. That is, temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius. Is it clear, children? So, on every 153 meter, temperature goes 1 degree down. This much is clear, children. That is only the reason on the mountains when climate is cold. This is only the reason the mountains are cold in comparison to plains or desert area. Yes, and that is only the reason Himalayas are covered with snow, because they are at high altitude and their temperature is at freezing point. So water is frozen there. Is it clear, children? Now, to understand this, see here. Now, children, see. Again, I am repeating, we measure height of the land or altitude of the land from the sea level. Why? Because sea level is the lowest level of the earth. This much is clear. And as we move towards upside, that is on height, on every 153 meter, temperature goes down by 1 degree Celsius. Okay, that is why children, this region is always covered with snow. Why? Because they are at good height and there the temperature is at freezing point. So water is frozen there. And this is only the reason in south Ooty is cool. Ooty is having cool temperature. Why? Cool climate. Why? Because in comparison to other area, it is at height. Ooty is at height. It is on hilly area. That is why the temperature in Ooty is reasonably cool. Is it clear, children? So this point is clear. Height above the sea level. Good. Now children, say what is the third factor of the third factor that affect the climate of a place? Distance from the sea. Children, always remember that when we talk about altitude, we talk about height of the place. We talk about height of the place and we measure altitude always from the sea level. But when we talk about the distance from the sea, that means children, we are talking about the distance, or we can say how far that particular place is from the sea. Now see here children, can you see this blue part children? What is this blue part? These blue parts are ocean, sea or Bay of Bengal. Now see children, what is this area? This is Bay of Bengal. This is what? Bay of Bengal. And what is this? This is Indian Ocean. This is Indian Ocean. And this side Arabian Sea. So children, we have already done that area near the sea or coastal area are having moderate temperature. Moderate temperature means the climate is not too hot in coastal area or the climate is not too cold in coastal area. Why so? Because of land breeze and sea breeze. Children, as we have already done that water and land have different heating abilities. Water takes more time to heat up and is able to retain the heat for longer than land does. Yes, water takes more time to heat up and it retains heat for a long time in comparison to land. Yes, so that time land breeze maintains the temperature in coastal area, and when that land gets heat up, that time sea breeze maintains the temperature in coastal area. This much is clear children. That just remember one thing, a place in coastal area having moderate temperature. Why? Because of land breeze and sand breeze. As we go far away from sea, as we move far away from the sea, then the temperature is too hot in summers and too cold in winters. Is it clear children? That is why especially North India, can you see this part? North India, from here children, they are having extremely cold in cold weather and extremely hot in hot weather. But area which is surrounded by water, they are having moderate climate. Means not too hot or not too cold. This much is clear children. Now see, direction of winds. Now children see, here you can see different colors on India. Why different colors children? Because these different colors shows different physical features of India. This blue part, can you see children? This blue part shows mountains covered with ice and extremely cold climate. These blue part shows mountains covered with snow and extremely cold climate. This green area is plain. This green area is plain. And this yellow part of the India is plateau, and this small brown part is desert. That is hot and dry weather. Yes, and now can you see, children, this blue part? This is coastal area. That means area which is near ocean or sea. This much is clear, children. Now see how directions of winds affect the climate. Now children, here in desert, how's the climate? Hot and dry. When air moves from the Thar desert or from the places near Rajasthan and Gujarat, which is having desert area, from there what air will be having? Air will be having warmth and high temperature. Why? Because air is hot and it is dry. So air that blowing from the desert part, it will give you lot of heat and sweat. And dry climate, because they are starting from desert only. And the air which is coming from Himalayan range, that is from Kashmir or Punjab side, that is Shimla and Kulu Manali, Dalhousie side, or the places in northeast, the Seven Sisters. Yes, if air is coming from this side, they will bring cold and dryness. They will bring extremely cold with them. Is it clear, children? In the same way, the air blowing from the southern part of the India, they will bring lot of rain. Why? Because see, this is near sea or ocean, and what sea and oceans are having? They are having water, lot of water. So these water gets evaporate fast. Lot of water means lot of evaporation. Lot of water means lot of evaporation. Yes, children. So the winds coming from coastal area will bring heat and lot of moisture in air and rain. The wind coming from desert will bring hotness and dry climate. Wind from Himalayan range, that is from Jammu Kashmir or Seven Sisters, that is eastern part of the India, will bring cold winter and, tell me, cold winter and lot of cold. Yes, cold at freezing point. Is it clear, children? And the area which is near ocean and sea, the air coming from this side will bring lot of rain. Why so? Why so, children? Tell me. Because here, because of water and sun heat, evaporation is fast. And when evaporation is fast, that means air contains lot of humidity. When lot of humidity will be there, it will be raining. Is it clear, children? Direction of winds are clear. Now see what is the last point. Humidity and rainfall. Humidity and rainfall. Now understand this, children. Moisture or water vapor present in the air, we call it humidity. That the amount of water that present in water, we call it what? Humidity. And the humid air cause rainfall. Why? When air becomes heavy because of the weight of moisture or water, then it rains. And children, the place near the equator, I am repeating again, the place near the equator, that means the place between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. They are surrounded by lot of water bodies. The places near the equator, that is from a place between Tropic of Cancer in northern hemisphere and Tropic of Capricorn in southern hemisphere, they are surrounded by water, lot of water. As they get direct heat from the sun, the evaporation is fast there. The evaporation is fast there, and because of this, the air becomes very heavy, and it results in rain. And it results in rain. Is it clear, children? And you know what? Air above desert does not have moisture. Why? Because there is no water. There is no water. Can you see, children, this area? Here they are not near water bodies. So there the air is little dry. Is it clear, children? And especially in desert area, they are not near water bodies. That is why the evaporation is slow there, and as a result the air is dry there. But area near equator, that is between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, they are surrounded by lot of water bodies, and they get direct heat from the sun. As a result, evaporation is there, lot of evaporation is there, and it causes rain. Is it clear, children? So these are the factors that affect the climate of a place, and on the basis of these 5 factors, the earth is divided into 7 different climatic zones. Yes, children, this much is clear. Now let's repeat again the factors that affect the climate of a place: distance from the equator, altitude, that is height of the place, distance from the sea, that is how far the particular place is from the sea, directions of the winds. The wind which is coming from the deserts, they will bring warmth and dryness. A wind which is coming from Himalaya side, that is North India, they will bring cold weather, weather and freezing cold. Is it clear, children? And the wind that is coming from coastal area, they will bring lot of rain, humidity and rainfall. The places near the equator, which is getting direct heat from the sun, there the air is having lot of humidity, because these places are surrounded by sea. Yes, and when the humidity increases in air, then it results in rainfall. So these are the 5 different factors of climate that affects. Is it clear, children? So these are the factors that affect the climate of a place. And yes, children, third point, distance from the sea, is the places near the coastal area are having moderate temperature. That means not too hot, not too cold. Why this is possible? Because of land breeze and sea breeze. Is it clear to everybody? So I believe all the points are clear. This is all for today's class, children. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.